and a friend got to talking one night. He'd been working the mines for most of his life. He said it was sad that the mines had shut down, 'cause there's no better job than working underground. So I asked him why it felt that way. Said it gets in your blood, it's kinda hard to explain. Just that heaven is working down deep in the mine, where hell can be found across a thin white line. There's a thin white line between heaven and hell, and we walk that line every day. There's a thin white line between heaven and hell, and we wouldn't have it any other way. When you work in a mine, you can get a good wage. If the contract's good, the boss stays out of your way. If you got a good partner that knows how to mine, you can walk through that ground and close to record time. When the ground is bad and danger all around, better know your job when you're underground. When you walk that line, it's kinda hard to tell which side is heaven and which side is hell. There's a thin white line between heaven and hell, and we walk that line every day. There's a thin white line between heaven and hell, and we wouldn't have it any other way. There are stories told about the men in the mine who have made a choice and had to cross that line. When they made it back to the other side, you can hear in their voices that a feeling of pride. When you know your job and you do it right, you have pride in yourself, you have pride in your life. Yes, it's heaven working down deep in the mine. Hell can be found across a thin white line. There's a thin white line between heaven and hell, and we walk that line every day. There's a thin white line between heaven and hell, and we wouldn't have it any other way. No, we wouldn't have it any other way.